Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, a basic course on Islam. Foundational knowledge for every human being. Authored by Abu Tariq Zubair Mohamed. What a Muslim should never be ignorant about, Part 1. Know your Lord Almighty, Ar-Rabb. Who is your Rabb? Lord, the Almighty. Allah is my Rabb, because He is the only creator, owner, organizer, and cherisher of all the worlds. Everything other than Allah is worlds created by Him, and I am one amongst them. There is no Rabb for all the worlds other than Him, nor any partner or helper or intercessor unto Him. This is known as Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, which refers to the oneness of the lordship of Allah. Rububiyyah primarily includes 1. Creation, khalqun. 2. Ownership or sovereignty, mulkun. 3. Planning and organizing, tadbirun. The above three, along with all the other aspects of rububiyyah, like the giver of security, the provider, the sustainer, the cherisher, etc., belong to Allah alone, and He has no partner in His lordship whatsoever. Who is your Ilaha, the one whom you should legitimately worship? Allah is my Ilaha, the only one whom all creation should legitimately worship. There is none truly worthy of worship but He, and I shall never associate anyone as partners with Him in my worship. For He alone has created all the worlds, and He alone owns, plans, and organizes them. None but Allah has any authority over them, not even the smallest share of it. He needs no assistance, and none has the right to intercede with Him without His permission. This defines Tawheed al-Uluhiyyah, the oneness of Allah in worship. This is Allah's right over His creation, and the obligation of the creation unto their Rabb. Associating partners in His lordship or in the worship to Him is shirk, certainly the gravest sin that Allah never forgives. Behold that God is anything that is worshipped, while Allah, Ism-al-Jalala, is the proper name of the Rabb of all the worlds. So the word God cannot be used as an equivalent or substitute to His name, Allah. How to know your Rabb? The best way to know Allah is to learn His names and attributes. Allah has many names. Some of them He has revealed in His books, some He taught to certain of His creations, and some He concealed in His unrevealed knowledge. All His names are perfect and the most beautiful. Allah has many attributes. Every one of His names includes one or more attributes. However, He has many attributes that have not been included in His names, and He has many names and attributes that are not revealed to us. All His names are most beautiful, and all His attributes are perfect and the most sublime. None has the right to name Allah or ascribe any attribute to Him except He Himself. The only sources available to learn His names and attributes are His revelations, that is, His words in the noble Qur'an and the authentic traditions, Sunnah, of His Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A Muslim should believe in them, affirm what is affirmed in the Qur'an and Sunnah, and reject what is negated in them without any type of denial, distortion, similitude, figurative illustration, or false interpretation. This is known as Tawheed al-Asma'i was-Sifat, the oneness and uniqueness of Allah in His names and attributes. And one should not say about Allah what He knows not, nor fabricate or deny any of His names or attributes. Doing so is ilhad, a deviation that may amount to kufr or shirk. Amongst His names, there are 99. Whosoever memorizes them, learns their meanings, and acts upon them will enter paradise. Ar-Rububiyyah, Al-Uluhiyyah, and Al-Asma'u was-Sifat are the three aspects of Tawheed, the oneness of Allah. To establish and prove this ultimate truth is the purpose for which mankind was created, and it is our duty to fulfill it in the way Allah is pleased. Besides the above, the ways to know Allah are Study the verses of his revelation in the Qur'an and Sunnah. Keenly observe and ponder over his vast and diverse creations.